to another episode of The Modern Black Man. I am so blessed. I am so lucky, fortunate to have the gorgeous, the one, the only Cyrus. What's good?
What's up?
Man, just trying to figure things out, man. It's a lot going on. I'm trying to figure out who the good guys are and who the bad guys are, honestly, because everybody's wilding. Did you hear about the NFL player that left his like 5 or 6 year old son in the car because he was visiting a sex worker? Uh-oh. Of course, I lost her on that one.
What? When did that happen?
Man, that was like last week. I posted it on social media, but I want to say it happened like last Monday or Tuesday or something like that. Maybe even over that weekend. My man wanted to crack some, and he had the kid with him. And
He's an NFL player. He couldn't get a babysitter. Like, what the hell?
actually, the case went on. I'm sorry, I forget the details now. There was a reason he was doing that. He had like a legal situation, or he lied. He said he was going on a job interview, and it started unraveling that he was visiting a sex worker. And I really wish I had that story queued up, but I threw it out there because what the damn? I mean, you think as with NFL money being exposed to people in the NFL, you just do things a little differently. But
I mean, we all like. I've been trying to like not really judge too hard because I'm like, people are humans and we all do really bad things. But it's just like, bruh, like, why? That's so dumb. Like, you couldn't wait.
the
I mean,
intentionality is disappointing.
if anything, she couldn't come over there. Like, close the door. I don't know. Like 6 years old, put some cocoa melon on or something. It was never that deep.
I don't know how to. I'm glad I don't have to explain this to anyone who might be this child's parent or related to this kid, or obviously my responsibility as a parent. I'm just glad I don't have any of those obligations. With that being said, what confuses anyone enough to be in that situation to, I guess, lie that you're going on a job interview and then be found out that you're visiting a sex worker? Damn. Do I have too much empathy? Am I too
I don't.
empathetic?
I mean, like I'm trying to be understanding, but like I be telling people, you just never that horny, dog.
You you said there's no excuse.
You just never that horny. Like
Yeah, it's
go.
wild. It's wild. And then I think I should probably talk about Diddy last. Um, I'll
I'm
do
so
that. I'll segue
I'm so
real quick.
tired. I feel like I have problematic opinions on Diddy, but yeah, we can wait.
Yeah, man. I got a line. I got lines of events as they transpire in the court that I really want to go over with you. But this
And
next one
like
is kind of
plus,
crazy.
like, well, I'll wait. Just go ahead. What? Go ahead.
No. You want to talk about? We'll talk about Diddy. We'll get to it. Joy Taylor is what I was about to say. Um, I like this because it is a difference of opinion than the majority, and respectfully to the female community. This is an independent thought that I think is decently empowering, and I'm going to share it and get your perspective. Let me find this clip because she done been through it a little bit, um, if we're not mistaken. Okay, I got it right here. Mm.
Listen, there.
gonna make sure I got audio.
Okay.
I don't know why it's tripping. Wow, how embarrassing. With that being said, Joy Taylor really had a good opinion that.
Of course not. No. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't either. I think there's also I think there's a massive attack on femininity. Like the idea is that the masculinity is actually what's being attacked, right? Like and that everything is watered down, everything is softened now. You know, everything is feminine. I actually think femininity is under control. I think that a big part of the reason why this is happening is because women got too close to power.
Okay, how so?
I mean, the audacity that a black woman would run for president. I mean, this was their last stand. They were like, hold on, listen, we let you in boardrooms, you know, we let you get credit cards. Running for president is just it's too much audacity for us. You know, when you have like cute aggression, when you see something that's like so cute, you just start spazzing out. They had like audacity aggression. Like, how the fuck could she do this?
Yeah.
She's supposed to fucking stay in line. Yeah. There's too many bitches. Get them out of here. And that's what it's really about. So rolling back of women's rights and this push that women have somehow created this world where there's too much equality and we can make choices about when we have children and that marriage rates are dropping because nobody wants to fucking deal with a cheating alcoholic man when you can just get your own apartment.
Yeah.
Guys are lonely. Men in these fucking caves that would never touch a woman in their life anyway, have convinced themselves that OnlyFans models are curving them because they sent them $5.
Yeah.
You know, it is this attack on femininity. It's not about masculinity.
Right. But let me ask you a question about the incels. Do you think the incels, do you care about the loneliness of the incel?
I think that male loneliness is a massive fucking problem.
Okay, so
I think non-pussy getting male lonelies are deteriorating society. Yes, I think it is a massive problem.
What do you think the fix is?
I think we should legalize prostitution.
Okay.
I have been standing on this for decades, and I think that prostitution should be legalized.
Okay.
They will never do this, but that I think would be a massive solve.
Massive solve. Okay.
One.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Ask follow-ups.
No. Follow-up is what, because that's a temporary loneliness fix, although it's effective. What would be a long-term fix to bringing people back together? What do you think?
Okay. So while it's a temporary fix, right? And many people will have some retorts to this, of course. It's not a simple solve. But I believe that straight male biology, and particularly men who have this sort of anger, is because they don't get physical intimacy, right? But they have convinced themselves the type of physical intimacy they would like is, their favorite porn star or favorite OnlyFans girl or this unattainable beauty on Instagram who is never, ever, ever, ever going to fuck you or meet you or talk to you ever. So they don't look for the physical intimacy that is around them. They don't go outside of their home. They don't go down to the local library. They don't go to their local bar. They don't go join a social group in order to meet people because they feel that this fucking beautiful 10, whatever, is going to walk through their fucking front door and suck their dick. And that's never going to happen. But they sit there scrolling like, hey, in the DMs. And they believe then that the women are not responding to them because of feminism.
Wait a minute. So are you telling me that when the pizza guy shows up to the door?
Yeah, I don't suck his dick, actually.
I mean, but that's not real. That doesn't happen.
No. I know. The setups in porns are insane.
But
and you buffer past.
But I don't.
You buffer past or not?
Well, I buy porn, so I'm a porn buyer. I don't. So like it, I get.
So you have to get your money.
I get my shit in the top quality, like because I'm actually supporting. Yeah. Like I get my shit.
You want it clear?
Yeah, I don't want to fucking y'all niggas. I don't understand how y'all niggas want fucking spyware on y'all computers and all of that stuff like that.
It's a lot.
I watch the BTS. I watch the behind the scenes. I want to know.
Watch the interviews.
Yeah.
Interviews are such a waste of time. I hate an interview porn. You're just sitting there and it's like flash, and it's back to her talking.
No,
what's the point?
No. I want to know You know, hi, my name is Candace. I'm from Rialto. Well, anyway,
We have derailed. The point is, I think intimacy is a big problem. I think men not having sex is a big problem.
But this is my
and the confidence that comes from not having physical intimacy, not having the ability to have sex, turns them into these raging psychopaths that then blame feminism and women running for presidents as the reason why society is deteriorating. And then they go out and vote as such in favor of trillionaires who wouldn't give a fuck if they had their last breath halfway through this podcast.
That's right.
Yep.
So homegirl,
She broke it down
what
pretty
you
well.
think? Yeah.
I'm in total agreement. I mean, even buddy she's talking to, who like, again, I always say we live in like a gooner culture. So, and it's not all dudes, but you have like you have a big problem with male loneliness. But at the end of the day, they're living in this delusion that some perfect 10 off of OnlyFans is gonna come talk to you, and she's not. And half of them, like, I'm sorry, like the more I sit on Instagram, because I'm a big Instagram user and social media, all these perfect 10 bodies, and I be seeing the amount of men and women who be like just thirst bucking and gooning under these people's posts. That should be so edited. It be like ridiculously edited. Like I be wanting to comment so bad. Like, or like people be looking like you'll see a picture of a girl, she'll have everything hanging out and still be ugly. Like that's another thing I want to talk about that I really wish we would start
Please.
normalizing, telling people that they don't look good. My mom be telling me when I don't look good, like she should. Like it be so many people, like women and men, be hyping them up like, damn, shawty, you so bad because she half naked, bro. Her fupa is hanging out. Like tell her she look bad. I'm sorry, like people be like, oh, that's so mean. No, it's not. No, it's not. Go put your clothes on. There was just a picture that went viral of a lady who took pictures with her kids. Her kids got on all black outfits. She has on a bodysuit and tights, no pants. Tell her she looks bad.
Do you think it's a shared delusion at a certain point? Like,
yes,
they're right. Like we have
because
to meet them.
I have to send you the video later. Like, there's a YouTube channel I follow. It's very like socialist and kind of very like progressive stuff. But they were talking about the Gooner culture, and they were saying like how our culture now, like with everything, and it's not like when I said this, it's not really just focused on porn. Nothing is erotic anymore. It's just pornographic. And when they say
Yeah.
erotic, it means like it gives you, it's artistic. It gives you like, it turns you on in so many ways.
Yeah.
It loads you up. Versus now everything is just in your face and pornographic. And I'm quite frankly, me who's just out there and wild, I'm tired of it. It's like I said, I'm seeing people and it's like everybody will hype something up just because somebody is half naked and got to bust down on some makeup, but they still look a hot ass mess. It's not cute anymore. Like it's just like I've seen it to a million different times. Nothing is impressing me anymore. And you do have these, like I said, so many people, we've lost third spaces, which are like places like outside of work and school where people like adults, teenagers, children can spend time and connect and meet with people. We're losing that. So people live their whole damn lives through the internet. No one goes out and meets people anymore. No one goes out and gets those experiences, because why would you have to? It's right here in your face. You need a dopamine hit. It's right there for you.
But
that's what's deteriorating society.
Yes. And that's all it is. We're freebasing stimuli. We're getting dopaminergic hits from scopophilic ish. You know what I mean?
And I feel bad. Like, I mean, the male loneliness, I hate I don't like to use the word incel because I do feel bad. Because I mean, I get it. Like, that's not even just men and women, any human beings. We all do good on socializing and intimacy. And, we all need that. But at the end of the day, Joy Taylor is absolutely right. Why the hell do I want to get married and live how they did back in the day, and you about to be sitting in the house with some drunken ass husband who's beating your ass and popping kids out of you? Like, I mean, it just doesn't work. Sucks, sure, but I'd rather go to work than live that experience.
Right. There's so many changes in our dynamics. Most definitely.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I mean, the population is gonna collapse, sure, but not my problem. That's not my problem.
I really worry about things like the birth rate that I think are byproducts of this.
They already have they already have the year. Like it's gonna be 2040 something. It's not gonna be enough people to keep working to keep society going. The population is gonna collapse. It's already
It's
scary. And I don't think anything is gonna change.
It's scary. In Japan, they're really running into, since we're talking about incels, right? I think that what this has really evolved to is that it's not involuntary. This is very voluntary. It
It's
goes
voluntary
back.
for the women. I mean, for the women, we don't want to. I think most of us have been
Mm,
like, but I feel like with men, and this is no complaint because it's not all men. A lot of men have not evolved to understand. I hate to say this about y'all. Yeah, it's a man's world, but in order to get women
mm.
to want to participate with you, you got to do what the fuck we want to do. Like, period. And I think when it comes to romance and like love and things like that, a lot of men are just y'all haven't caught up. Like again, who we don't want to live with like I said, y'all talking about back in the day relationships. Cause I see black men all the time like, oh, back in the day, grandmama and grandpapa was a rolling stone. He was a piece of shit. No one wants to be with that. And you still want to behave like that. No, we don't want to be with you, bro. We don't want to get married. Get out.
I want to talk about this point because it's what we're saying. You're so right. 50 the silent era, if you want to go to the one before the era was before us, right? Women
Hmm.
were attached, linked, locked, chattel of these men, essentially. And it has evolved, like I said previously, and I think that's the point I'm trying to make. They're voluntarily celibate. And incel was a term that we used in the 2000s and 2010s to describe young men that had no social grace, right? And it
Hmm.
really has evolved to being a young man in America because the economic freedom and the economic liberties that older men experience and previous generations were able to have, that grandma and grandpa love, is not what these young men will experience. I'm
Nope.
starting to get that. And they act differently because of what you said. I'm not going to do this ish. It's the mirror of a woman being with an abusive man. No one is attractive for this younger generation. And it's just scary because it translates to so many different things beyond our birth rate. We have the social implications that we talk about on a daily. That's all, the social media is about. And I don't
Hmm.
see it changing in a generation. So that means, like you just said, for men to be with a woman now, you're gonna have to do what she want to do. It starts with getting your nails painted, young man, but it's going to
I won't say all
progressively get
that.
worse. It is
There
going.
hasn't be like there like I'm like I said, I don't want to put it all because there's things like I definitely see in society that women do. Like, yeah, like, okay, I get it. But at the same token, like again, most of these men I'm seeing out here want this old school love that really was problematic anyways. And it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to be a better person. Like, you have a lot of people who are just shitty people. Like, no one wants to be with you and you're not trying to be progressive, and then your excuse is, well, that's just what men do. Okay.
Well, let's talk about that because what is the reason why I'm able to control your body and maybe your life as a man financially? I pay for everything. You're not going to be around me and go
And
against.
also that's gone. Like, look at the like just for all of us regular middle lower class people, most men can't afford to pay all the bills. So yeah, like a lot of men want that old school, this woman who can keep up the house and be a homemaker, keep up with the kids and stuff like that. But that's gone. Like if we both gotta go to work, then you gonna have to like the gender roles. A lot of men, especially in the black community, are so stuck on traditional gender roles, and that is gone. It has to go because no one is gonna survive anymore. Your nuclear family, woman gotta work, you gotta work. Shoot, the kids might need to go to work at this point. So you over
And
here
that's why
being a
these men don't get respected because they work just like their woman. The fact that they can't rescue her, I think in women's minds.
and I think it's something in
You
their
know?
mind too that bothers them. Like it depends. Like I was talking to somebody this. It really depends on who you are. That's why I said the women ain't off the hook because a lot of these women out here are so delusional. They're like, oh yeah, I need me a dude making over $100,000 in this economy, sweetheart. $100,000, he cannot afford to take care of you and him. I'm so sorry. You still need to go clock into work. Like, stop being an idiot. So it's really on everybody. Like, you do have some women out here who still have that old school belief too. Like, oh, I'm getting married to get taken care of. But in what economy? Like, this economy is just not there for that. And same thing with men. Let that shit go. Stop trying to kill yourself. Now you got a heart attack. You over here jumping about cooking with Kaya, frying chicken and stuff, buddy. You don't need that. The reason that Kiera down the street cannot cook you fried chicken every damn night is because number one, it's not good for you, and also two, she got to work too. Be happy that she contributing to the bills. Let it
Mm.
go.
we're gonna talk about healthy eating and healthy decisions at a future date, but it lays the foundation for all this effery, man. I think that they're all tied up in the same nut.
Yeah, so people just need to get out of their damn heads. I get it. Yeah, it'd be nice and cute that if every man could come home to, I don't know what happened to my screen.
So
Come home and get a home cooked meal and shit like that. But baby, unless the economy change, that shit's not happening. You get that every blue moon. Not every blue moon, maybe. I don't know. Y'all figure out something. But people are so wrapped up in gender roles and trying to have tradition and but then being non-traditional. It's just confusing. Do what makes you happy.
absolutely. And now the capstone to this episode. I want to close things out. I want to review somewhat chilling transcript that I think it's Trina Braxton put on social media today. It's outline. I think chain of events. One second. I'm sorry. I want to make sure I pick the right one.
How do we know if these transcripts that these social media influencers are dropping are true? That's my question.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But it's what I've been hearing on social media. So I want to go through this transcript because this is what everybody is saying that this trial is about. And in listening to it, I'll say it before we even get to the transcript. There's no crime. And that's
I
what's
agree.
scary, is that he could be all the things in the world, but there's no crime here. And this poor lady's husband, Diddy's kids, the American, everybody had to listen to this. So I'm going to fall back and I'm just going to let this transcript from Trina Braxton kind of encapsulate all the rumors that we're hearing right now, because none of us are intimately involved in this. None of us are in law enforcement or the legal system where this trial is taking place. And again, anybody that knows me knows my position on Diddy. I've been a fan for so long, and I've been probably as misled as anybody else. But looking for crime here, I can't find it, and that kind of scares me. Here we go. All right. So this is her explaining Cassie Ventura's testimony in court. She started this story explaining that when she was 19 and he was 37, that in 2005 they met, he signed it to the label, and they started dating when she was 22. A couple months into dating, he started popping off with this freaky stuff. He told her he likes voyeurism. She said she could try it. We could do that because she didn't want her man to feel judged. She said that he introduced her to all kind of drugs, Molly, weed, ketamine, mushrooms, coke, constantly keeping her high. Then the bookings began. When asked how they met the escorts, she mentioned sites like Craigslist. Diddy linked her up with all the escort agencies in the country. They'll say, we just got a new guy today. She'll show photos of the man and Diddy for his approval. He liked to see them at first. And then Diddy, when they started, like black guys with Big Jones. Later, he expanded his taste to Latino guys. Then they'll take their time to verify if the man's a cop or not. They fly the guy out, and they have the notorious freak-offs. Before anything, he'll tell her to pop a pill. She ensured she waxed, wore heels, and she looked perfect always. He directed the activities from the lights to the smell in the room. First, Diddy and Cassie will talk with the man, then oil up. One F-off took up to 10 bottles of Johnson's baby oil, and it had to be warmed in the microwave first to be applied like every 5 minutes. He'd say, you need to be glistening. One time, he had a blow-up pool filled with baby oil and Astroglide at the hotel. He made her get in there and lather in the oil like a dodo. Diddy would tell the escorts to take their time with just getting started. They had minimum of 2 sessions in one night. That means they popped. The escorts were paid in thousands. If they couldn't pop, he'll reduce the pay. So you got to pop to get paid. I'll tell you why he badly needed them to release later. when she talked about how nasty and violent he was. Sometimes when she collected the golden liquid in her mouth from him and others, she said she felt disgusted and unimportant. Being the only female there were times she'd feel sick and exhausted. He'd urge her to finish strong while soaping himself or teaming up with the other guys. These activities were done weekly for years, sometimes 4 days straight. She never slept. If she refused to participate, he'd be angry. He would hit me. I learned she broke down in tears at that point. They showed text messages in court where she said, "I really want to knack right now." Diddy said, "Who you want to knack?" "I want to knack you. I want to knack you. Are you crazy?" She said she felt like she had to talk like that to get his attention. She loved him, and those activities were opportunities to spend time with him. Her spirit seemed crushed in court, as if her confidence was long gone, and that man used her in the most dehumanizing manner. He asked her to pierce her nipple. She did and later took it off because the piercing hurt. He asked her to do it again alongside with her thing. Location of the freak-offs is where the prosecution was trying to build a case on trafficking and prostitution. They flew out the prostitutes. They pretended that they're members of Diddy's team or business partners. She said she started getting uncomfortable when she realized it was illegal. Please chime in if you know what is illegal. So when asked where the activities took place, she said every high-end hotel in New York, San Diego, LA, Miami, Ibiza, his house, her house, mama house. She said the room often reeked of body odor after their deeds. Sometimes hotel furniture was messed up with urine, blood, and he would make her do stuff during that time of the month. And she wanted to make a point that after the hookers released in her the way that he liked it, he would take her to a separate room and apply it all over himself. They say everybody in the court was blown away. Cassie's husband was present and listened to the 8-hour testimony. Diddy's kids too. Nobody left the courtroom on this day. I have a few thoughts, but that pretty much encapsulates everything that I've heard. I've heard all those things is the flow of events, and I'm concerned for a lot of reasons.
I agree with you. So here's my issue. This is gonna sound so problematic. The world is gonna hate me. I don't care. There is no crime. There's no human trafficking. I agree. I hate to say this because I don't like his lawyer, the white guy. I don't think he's a good lawyer. That's just me. But I agree with the statement he made months ago that this was a very toxic, complicated, sexual and drug-fueled relationship that none of us probably will ever understand. I agree with that statement. I think that Cassie, and I'm not accusing her, I wish her the best of luck. She did go through a lot. However, I don't see her as completely a victim. I think that this situation started off very consensual.
Yeah.
I think that she, again, because there's messages from her when she's been married, texting Diddy.
This chick is dumb. That's what I'm saying. She's entitled.
She, and like I said, I wish her nothing but the best of luck. I think, like I was somewhere and I was talking to a group of adults who are in the community. And I said, sometimes in life, and I've seen this before with people who will be like, "Oh, I've never done that before, but I'll do it if I do it with you." And that's a horrible way to go about things. And people do it all the time. And sometimes in life, we make stupid choices and do stupid things. And unfortunately, we don't like the consequences that come with it, but that is just life. I think she should lay on somebody's couch. I don't think this was, like I said, do I think Diddy has probably done some shit in the past? Of course. Diddy's done a lot of stuff we do know about that has been illegal. But I don't think that this is that, unfortunately. I don't really see where everybody's like, right, disown people. That's why I say, as a woman, I haven't really posted my opinion because I'm just like, I know people are like, "Oh, you're a terrible person. How could you as a woman say about that, Cassie?" Because I've seen women do this before. I've seen it. So, good luck to Cassie. I wish her the best, but I feel like this is such a waste. I feel like we're hearing stuff that we really did not need to hear because there is no crime.
She got paid and she started getting loose-lipped. Once she secured her money and everyone knew that the statute of limitations had exceeded, it totally was white woman crying rape at that point. the way that we heard it and perceived it has been to watch what we're disgusted with. I just want to make sure that there's real justice because I
Yeah, and
feel,
not us just being judgmental about what consenting adults do. This shit, like I said, I feel like I'm
yeah,
hearing stuff that's not my business. Like, okay,
right.
because most of the testimony is her literally willingly participate. Like one of my friends was shocking me when I told them like, this is where if you sit down, because she's like, well, she was high, he was high. If you come to court and you and such both consented to taking drugs with each other and something happened after that, how the hell do you want us to rule on that? Y'all both fucked up when y'all took drugs. That's my opinion.
Right.
Who's responsible if y'all are both high? Y'all chose to be irresponsible. So, I mean, I feel for her. If that was traumatic for her, great. We respect how Cassie feels, as everybody should. And
Yeah.
then she needs to go talk to a therapist about that or a psychologist. This is not for the court of law. That's just how I personally feel.
I don't think anybody could have said it better.
Yeah, it's getting out of control, and people are just, and I love my women to death, but it's the same thing with the Tory Lanez situation. I really want to see how many people are going to apologize for wanting to see that man die if it comes out that her friend shot her. I've been tapped out. Not many people are. And that was the wild part. I'm like, how are y'all want to be talking about justice for Hallie, justice for Megan, justice for Cassie, but then you wanted Tory Lanez to succumb to his injuries? Like, you don't, people, I think people are fake good people.
Absolutely. That it's scary. It's scary.
Like, it's weird. It's scary. It's weird. People like play like don't are sheep. Like, I learned this a long time ago. Not that I support the website or use it, but somebody was talking about like the creation of 4chan. If you know what 4chan is, like the real, you know what that is.
Tell me.
It's like a out there Reddit. I don't even know if it's still around. But anyways, how important it was that it did exist, because even though you may not agree with everybody's opinions, we still need differing opinions in the world. Everybody doesn't need to believe in the same thing. Like, I get it, like, because people online are like disowning people. It's the same thing I feel like about with people voting for um Agent Orange.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I'm not gonna disown somebody because they voted for Agent Orange. I don't care how people feel about that. I'm not, because at the end of the day, it's politics. It's the world. Do I agree with everything Agent Orange does? Hell no, I don't like him. But at the same time, like, it's a certain point with like social media and stuff where it's like sheep opinions at this point. Like, no one gets to have a different opinion without being a bad person. When in reality, we all people. We all kind of suck. Like, not even kind of. We all suck in some way. So even with these situations, like, people are like going on that like dramatic, like, oh, if you don't support Cassie, then you're an abuser. Like, that's pretty much a stretch to me. Like, don't get me wrong, there are some like abusers out there, a ton of them, but just because, like, even with me, because I'm saying, nah, I'm calling bullshit, this is not a legal case, that doesn't mean that I'm an abuser out here. It just means that I'm hearing the statements and facts, and yeah, I don't see the point in us talking about this anymore. Like, it's weird.
Litigious lynchings are not what I'm into, and that's
Pretty
what's
much.
happening to him.
Yeah, I mean, do I think Diddy is a shitty person? Sure. I think he has killed some artists and he shot somebody in the face in the club. I think Diddy is a freak. But, past that, I'm really tired of, like I said, if he probably does have victims out there, I'm sure it just don't need to be plastered with Cassie's face. That's what I'm getting tired of.
I can't find a crime. I hope all these people recover. I hope that we as a society really delve deep and start being guided by our morals to pleasing whoever it is we worship and ourselves and eventually the world. Just doing more positive things. It's our destiny. Right now, things are pretty crazy and pretty wicked. And I just don't see things continuing that way. We've paid our dues. We're more than a decade into some darkness. When was the last time we saw light? So it's coming. We're due.
You think it's coming?
I know it's coming because I'm not the most optimistic person in the world. But
Really?
after so much negativity and so much darkness and all that stuff, you really maybe go numb to it. But I'm at a point where I see an incredible transition, and I'm not giving credit to anybody. Because I think that's what's so disturbing about our time, right? All these people voted for Agent Orange like he's the solution. It's like, nah, it's just that we're rocking through something right now. And it's gonna be a little bit, but no matter who's next, who's now, we're gonna crack. We're gonna break into something great. The world is. That's what I think everybody is so hinged on right now. All of us, right?
Something. Yeah.
You know?
People gotta stop putting their faith. People do a lot of worshiping of human beings. Look at social media. As I say, it's so easy to be like, oh, we have to support such and such. And it's like, yeah, we should support our neighbors and things like that. Sure thing. But it's like hyper, like social media, like really reminds me of like some kind of worship ritual constantly with these celebrities. It's very strange.
What do you call it? Ritualistic.
Yeah, that's same thing like I said earlier with like always hyping somebody up. Like you don't need to like always like people glaze people every day. They don't even know them. And they just glaze the hell out of them. Like, bro, shut up.
It's the times when we're learning how to watch things. So we're just mimicking. Monkey see, monkey do, you know? But we're gonna rock out of it. People are gonna be aware. I believe that people are animals and we've smelt enough BS that maybe we can move beyond bulls and horses into something else because we've been smelling the same thing for too long. We're gonna change. It's coming. So I'm excited about that. And like I said, all we can do is if it's enduring or surviving, continuing, is to do that, is to etch the inch that we can win for the day and continue on because things are going to get brighter. Things are really going to get good. I was alive. I've been alive for a few decades because God is so good. But I remember times when things really were good or great, but they certainly were better. And I think they're going to be better again.
Well, in the name of Jesus, I'm trusting in it.
Yeah, it's coming. Check out themodernblackman.com. Check out the website, read the blog, definitely listen to the podcast episodes. And do you have any projects that you working on or promoting anything like that?
Man, not right now. Not right now.
That's all right. Until next time.
Peace.